Today we're doing a cheap versus expensive taste test. I'm gonna try a bunch of different food items. I'm gonna try a cheap version and an expensive version and see if my bougie mouth can figure out which one is which. I think I'm gonna be pretty good at this. I like the finer things. I think I know when I'm eating like a good cake versus a cheap cake. I'm hoping for at least an 80%. Stay tuned to the end of this video because the last item I'm taste testing, or at least one of the two, is the most expensive thing we've ever tried on this channel. All right, round one. Okay, first up we have cake. Hey, I know cake. Okay, wow, this is interesting. So it looks like we have two chocolate cakes in front of me. This one is a layered cake. There's goo of some sort. I'm guessing some sort of caramel sauce. And it looks like there's both a ganache filling and another filling inside. So just from the look, it looks like there's more going on here. The second one looks like chocolate cake with maybe vanilla buttercream. There's no fillings, there's no layers. So off the bat, I'm thinking that maybe this is the more expensive cake. However, it all comes down to taste. So this one's feeling dense, thick. It smells mildly chocolatey. That's not chocolate cake. It tastes like black licorice, vegetables. My guess is this is like a zucchini chocolate cake for like girlies on a diet. So for that reason, this actually might be expensive because it might be like one of those like health food stores like cakes that are like zucchini bread chocolate cake, you know? I don't like that. Okay, so this cuts oddly as well. I wouldn't call this cake moist, but I would call it tender. Feels almost dry. Okay, honestly, bolder chocolate taste, much sweeter. My guess is the frosting is not a buttercream. I think it probably was made with shortening or Crisco. Honestly, I prefer this cake. Like if I were at a party, I would rather eat this cake than this cake. But that being said, I have a hunch that this is like a healthy version of a chocolate cake and is therefore more expensive and maybe from like a health food store. If I had either of these cakes at my wedding, I would be like, oh, my marriage is off to a bad start.
Oh,
because I don't like either. So I'm going to say, shockingly, the cake that I like less is the expensive one, and the cake I like more is the cheaper one.
Sometimes things that are expensive are worse.
All right, I'm gonna lock in my answer. 43 cents per slice. Quite the difference. How much was this?
$11.99 for just that.
That's criminal. Was it from Erewhon?
Yeah.
Erewhon, you're wilding. $6.99 for the whole cake. Have you guys seen those cake flipping videos online where people take full sheet cakes and flip them? Maybe at the end of this video, I'll go outside and try to do that and see if I can catch it. All right, 1 for 1, I love it. Round two. Is this beef jerky? Oh, dog food, my favorite. Okay, so it looks like we have beef jerky. Both smell awful. Okay, I famously hate beef jerky, but the things I do for you people, I will eat it. Believe me, I will eat it. So first thoughts, this one looks like a little crispier and less juicy beef jerky, but it has a bunch of fun seasonings on it. So perhaps that means it's more expensive. This one looks a little bit more like quality meat. It's more pleasing to the eye. It looks like juicier meat. So I'm actually torn. Visually, I could see it going either way. All right, so I guess let's do the smell test. Okay, so this smells very fragrant. It's got a lot of spices. I smell pepper, garlicky, maybe onion powder, and it definitely has some sort of heat on it. This one, oh, that's interesting. This smells almost like honey baked ham. I'm still very torn. This is a tough one. Oh, I hope I don't puke. Very flavorful, strong onion or garlic flavor, a little bit of heat. I guess that's fine. For not liking beef jerky, that's okay. Okay, this one's more fatty. It's harder to bite. This one feels more like eating a juicy steak. This one feels a little bit more like eating crispy bacon. I like the flavor, it's just more simple. Taste-wise, they're comparable. This one tastes almost like Chex Mix or something. Is the seasoning the expensive thing? Or is the like juiciness, the red meatiness the expensive thing? My feeling is cheaper stuff needs to be overly salted, overly seasoned to mask the flavor. So I'm gonna say This is the more expensive. This is the least expensive, but I'm really, really not sure on this one. Ah, wow. Okay, that's really interesting. This was a hard one. The fact that they're so differently priced is shocking to me. Like, I get it, I can see it. It's well seasoned. It tastes maybe a little bit more like chefy than this, but I really could see this being like, we're going full, it's just a natural meaty flavor. Plus, I kind of like the chew of this better. Ew. Ew, I don't like how my mouth tastes. Take me to round 3.
Why is it that now that I'm old, getting socks as a gift is like the greatest thing ever? I didn't want socks when I was a kid. Now, they didn't have nice socks when I was a kid. Anyway, thank you to Bombas for sponsoring today's video. I am so excited to work with them because Bombas are the most comfortable socks in the world. My boyfriend's always like, I want Bombas, I want Bombas. So I'm gonna gift these to him because I'm nice like that. Speaking of gifting, Cake Twink couple pairs of socks, Bombas does something really cool called one purchased equals one donated, which means for every pair of socks you buy, they donate a pair. How cool is that? Bombas also has a 100% happiness guarantee, which means that for whatever reason, you can get a return or exchange if you're not happy with the product. Or let's say you lose a sock in the laundry or your dog eats a sock. You don't have to go sockless. Feel good and do good with Bombas, knowing that you are helping people out with every single purchase. Just go to the link in my description below or scan this QR code for 20% off using code JONNYCAKES.
Ooh, croissant. One of these is a croissant and one of them is a croissant. This one, if I don't get right, I deserve to get my baker card taken away. I'm gonna say, based off of my gut instinct, just looking at them, and don't hold me to this, this is the more expensive and this is the cheaper. The folding of this one and the gloss and shine on it looks like it was done by a professional. If you remember in my Paris croissant video, which you should watch, Cedric Grolet sold croissants that looked like this, and Cafe Utopie sold croissants that look like this. Both were really good, but this one was just like done by like a master baker. But it's all about that butter, period. It's really all about the butter. One of these probably used high quality butter, one probably used shitty butter, and I think my mouth knows the difference between cheap and expensive sticks of butter. Get your mind out of the gutter. So the next giveaway will be the interior. This is a really standard croissant pull. There's a lot of good things in here, a lot of light air pockets, but I'm starting to think that this is maybe the cheaper one, just based on the interior. It's pretty packed inside, and what I learned in Paris is that the more expensive croissants just had a little bit more air and openness on the interior. All right, let's open this one. So that was hard to pull open. Okay, so here's what I'll say about this. This feels really overly chewy. It almost has a stale quality. Smell will tell us a lot. This doesn't just smell like butter. It has a truffle, like a fresh black truffle quality to it. This one smells like butter and salt. My job's so weird. Like these croissants, I'm torn. It's not an exceptional croissant. It's actually quite flavorless. The thing that gives a croissant its flavor is the butter. And my guess is that there's not a very high quality butter in there. Okay, I mean, neither one is very good, by the way. I just ate my way around Paris and had much better croissants than this. I think I'm gonna say this is the least expensive and this is more expensive. And I'm probably wrong, and you guys are gonna shame me forever. Hang on. This is not, no, that's not good. It's leathery, and this is flaky, and this is more expensive. This is more expensive and this is cheaper. Oh God, this is tough because they're both bad. All right, I'm locking it in, final answer. Good, oh my God. Holy shit. Let me tell you this, American croissants are so over the top expensive. When I was in Paris, if I was buying a croissant that was more than 1.6 euro, it was like luxurious. So just to recap, the price of this one croissant is the same as a 12 pack of these croissants. And honestly, besides the texture, I thought these croissants were better. Where was this croissant from?
This is Erewhon.
Erewhon, man, it's not that good. Just go to a bakery and you can get it for cheaper than this. All right, whew, I'm glad I swapped. That was a nail biter. Is this baby food?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, oh, it's so foul. You know what? My life is very blessed. I usually get to not eat baby food, so today is Okay, so let's start with looks. This looks like porridge, so it's okay. This looks like dog. This looks like when my dog ate all those chocolate chips off my floors and himself. It's so up we make babies eat this. I don't know, the color of this looks more expensive, I guess, but this looks more pleasing. Oh God. I might not be able to do this one. I believe they're both pea flavored, and I believe this one is just like dyed a funny color, and this one is maybe more natural. This smells like peas. It smells like both pea and peas. That's interesting. Are peas called peas because they smell like pea? All right, I'm gonna do this, and I might vomit on YouTube. The Jonny Cakes team behind the scenes is evil. I'm gonna take a little bite. That's chicken. That's chicken, isn't it? There's chicken in that. It tastes like bland, unseasoned chicken soup that has been blended up in a food processor. That's rough. I'm eating dog for YouTube clicks. It actually smells okay. Oh, this is chunkier. It's got a meaty flavor, and it's really awful to eat. This is smoother, obviously a brighter, more pea-like color. The only reason I think that this might be more expensive is because like natural foods tend to have less colors, but I actually think this might just be I think that this might be just natural peas. I think this might be peas and a couple other ingredients blended up. It doesn't have a strong flavor to it. This has such a strong, meaty flavor to it. I need to stop looking at it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna say this looks like an almond mom made it. This feels like it came out of a can of Gerber's. This is more expensive. This is less expensive. This was foul. This is child abuse. Call CPS. Do not feed your baby that. And I know that's probably gonna sound like classist and elitist, but like there is something wrong with that. Oh my God, thank you. If I was wrong and I had to eat this, I would jump off of a bridge. What I will say is that I don't taste any chicken in this. I only taste pea flavor, so that's nice. Was it worth it? Was it worth the YouTube clicks? I don't know. Like and subscribe, please, please. Oh, I do deserve a cookie. Okay, this is perfect. Cookies. I love a chocolate chip cookie. This chocolate chip cookie looks large. It looks in charge. It looks crispy on the outside. It looks like there's maybe a little chew on the inside. Love that. This cookie is giving a little funky lady. It's a chocolate chip cookie, but one half of it is like a chocolate base and one half is just like a traditional chocolate chip cookie. And maybe there's something to be said about the fact that there's like a lot of bells and whistles on this one that would mean this is more expensive. But my hunch is saying this is a more expensive one, but you never know. Oh yeah, let's look at the bottom. That's where you can tell if a cookie is expensive. It's got like chunks of chocolate that have melted ever so perfectly, which makes me think there's like a bunch of different high quality chocolate in this. Whereas this cookie has these standard tiny morsels, which to me register as cheaper. This cookie feels heftier, and this feels almost like a Chips Ahoy cookie. I'm gonna sniff. This smells like butter. This smells like butter. Yeah, great buttery taste. Rich, dark chocolate, crispy on the outside, a little chewier in the center. That's a damn near perfect chocolate chip cookie. Nope. That's a chewy Chips Ahoy chocolate cookie. No strong flavor, not that interesting, doesn't taste buttery. There's no question to me that this one's more expensive, and I will go out on a limb and say this one is significantly more expensive than this one. Yeah, so this is one of the biggest gaps we've had so far today. I called it. After the baby food round, this was nice. You let me win on this one. Okay, we're halfway through. I've only gotten one wrong, pat on the back. But that means I can only get one more wrong if I wanna get an 80% on this test. And it's only getting harder from here. You people are sick. Is this water? All right, you know what? No, actually, let's do it. So one looks like water. The other looks like water. I mean, this is gonna be so hard. It's just plain water. Okay, well, actually, hang on a second. This one's a little more like see-through, whereas this is a little more cloudy. So that bodes well for maybe the more see-through one. Smells good, smells fresh. Smells like a glass of water. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, me of little faith. This smells a little murkier, a little more like tap water. If I can get this, I'm gonna be so proud of myself. My hunch is this one, it smells better and it's crystal clear. I think this is better, so I think I should start with the crisper water so that my mouth is fresh. Okay. That's nice. That tastes crisp and clear. Let's try this one. I mean, they're so similar. God, this is tough. I think this tastes just like a little better. This one has a little bit more of like a other taste, but is that other taste like added electrolytes? You know what I mean? Like you never know with water. What makes a good glass of water? I'm really going off the looks here because they taste so similar. I think this tastes slightly better, but looks a whole lot crisper and cleaner. Is this even interesting or is this like watching paint dry? You know who I need? I need that water sommelier from TikTok. I'm starting to lean this one. I think I actually enjoy this one better. This has a sharpness to it that tastes more like Brita. I mean, there's no way to know. I think I slightly prefer this one to this one, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm probably wrong. So I'm right?
You're right.
The truth of the matter is, this is Arrowhead water. This is a natural New Zealand fancy bottled water. And honestly, it tastes slightly better, but not much better. Okay, so first and foremost, insane to spend how much on a bottle of water?
$6.99.
$6.99 on a bottle of water. So this is called Antipodes. Gorgeous, love this water bottle. Glass, love that. This says it is carbon neutral, including delivery. It's one of the world's purest waters, and the method of bottling, packaging, recycling, wetland planting, and delivery means the entire Antipodes process is completely carbon neutral. It's good, but like the fact that I couldn't tell that much of a difference, wow, I'm shocked. Yeah, I do like that better. I gotta say, maybe I'm just bougie. Next one. Oh, yum. I love sushi. I love sushi. I love sushi. Wait, I'm very excited about this one. I'm gonna nail this. This I feel even more confident about than the croissant. So let's talk about it. We got 8 pieces of sushi on this plate. It looks like it's some sort of combination of maybe spicy tuna on top of a vegetable avocado roll. This one is 10 pieces, so more pieces, and it looks like spicy tuna, period. So these are both spicy tuna of some kind. Okay, so on this plate, we've got only 8 pieces. However, they're all uniform, they're beautiful, they're fuller. This is a work of art. Plus, even down to the wasabi, like the wasabi is piped more beautifully and the ginger just looks fresher. On this plate, we have some ginger that's looking a little like day old. We have this little sad squirt of wasabi. Look how different the slices are. These are not made with as much precision. Look how much avocado, there's a big chunk of avocado. Let's take a bite. Okay, well, yeah, let's break it down. I'm gonna try the rice on its own. Perfect sushi rice. It's tender and delicious. It just tastes like good quality rice. Yeah, this rice is has a harder bite to it in an unpleasing way. This chews and sort of melts in your mouth. It's delicious. I don't have to eat, I will finish this, but I don't need to. This is much better sushi. The only thing I prefer about this is the sauce that's drizzled on top is lovely and it's got a kick to it, but this is better sushi. No question. I know this is more expensive, period. Wow, so this one's more than double the price. I'm gonna finish this and let's move on. Is this that Air One like $20 strawberry? Wow, okay, this is, I mean, how the f would I know? Just based off looks, I guess this is maybe brighter and the seeds are more prominent, whereas this is darker and the seeds sort of blend into the strawberry, but I don't know, does that mean it's better? Okay, it smells like a strawberry. It smells like a strawberry. The only thing based off of the shape is that this is bigger and this is a little smaller, but I don't know what that means. Was this pumped with like extra hormones or whatever they give strawberries? I just got a bite. Whoa, that's good. Really flavorful, bright. tart and a little sweet. It's a tart strawberry. Try this one. Okay, less flavorful, a little more bitter, earthy. This is a sweeter taste and a tartar taste. This is a little more basic and boring. The inside is also brighter on this one. This is tricky. What do you guys think? I think this one tastes better. I like this one more, and I'm really torn. So I'm gonna say this flavorful, bright, sharp, sweet one is a little bit more expensive, or maybe much more expensive than this one. Wait, what? I don't think I like this better. Do you wanna try? This is crazy. Maybe this one just tastes more like a strawberry like lollipop, and I like that. I can't get any more wrong. There's 2 left. Oh, this is a nail biter. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. I love mint chocolate chip ice cream. Well, okay, you probably feel the same way. The thing about mint chip ice cream is that oftentimes the more expensive kind has less like artificial dyes, and they don't have to like make it look minty. It's just like naturally minty. Whereas like the green, almost fluorescent color is an indication of fake dyes, less natural, and more like we need to show you that it's mint because the mint flavor isn't as impressive. Let's do a smell test. Yeah, okay, that smells good. It doesn't smell super creamy. It smells more like icy. Yeah, this, yes, this smells fragrant. Strong, creamy smell to it. So I'm thinking this is less expensive, but we'll see. So this is scooping weird, almost like frozen dairy dessert as opposed to ice cream. This, I mean, look at that. Yeah, this feels like a richer, creamier scoop. So again, that's a point for this one. But the ultimate test is taste. Strong mint flavor, but chalky mouthfeel. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is definitely creamier. Let me try this. Yeah, this is unpleasing. There's bits of ice in this. This tastes like a Frosty from Wendy's. This tastes like a luscious, velvety ice cream. Final answer. This is more expensive. This is less expensive. I think both are bad. And if I get this wrong, then I fail my test. Okay, I made it through this one. That was a hard one. Okay, last up, my favorite wine. After a long day of work, I like doing wine. Okay, I don't know much about wine, but I've seen enough wine snobs do a couple of things. One, they say, oh, that's got good legs.
Ever heard someone say that a wine has good legs? Well, they're talking about these. And you know what? It's the most useless piece of information that you could garner from a wine.
Wow, they look identical. Okay. A lot of good legs here. A lot of good legs here. Both have good legs. I think this has better legs. I don't know what the I'm talking about. Bright, like tart. Bright, almost tart. They smell very similar. They look identical. Don't look at me, don't laugh. That's really good. I like that. Very bright, great, sharp brightness to it. Maybe almost borderline sour. Yeah, do we have any sommeliers out there? Do you know, are you like screaming at your screens right now? Okay. This one isn't as bright, not as fruit forward maybe. The aftertaste of this tastes a little cheaper. It tastes like $2 Chuck from college. Y'all, I don't know. Why are people buying such expensive wine? I'm gonna say, I think I would rather drink this one than this one. So I'm gonna say this one ekes forward a hair. Let me just double check. I think I prefer this one. I'm gonna say this is more expensive. This is cheaper. And the crazy thing is, I'm being told that these are vastly different prices. But I'm gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna stick with this one. I would prefer to drink a glass of this one than this one. All right, let's reveal it.
You got it right. So, $7,
$7.
$500.
You spent $500 of my dollars on this wine that tastes like $7 wine? Someone's getting fired here at Johnny Cakes HQ. So hey, someone's getting fired. Another glass of wine in me and I'm not gonna be Mr. Nice Cakes anymore. Phew, Okay, so I only got the croissant and the strawberry wrong. Pretty proud of myself for that. Looks like I have bougie taste buds, not to brag. I'm gonna go polish off a $500 bottle of wine and go fire somebody who works for me. Can't be spending $500 on a bottle of wine. I'm like drunk after 3 sips of wine. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know which my next cheap versus expensive video should be. We could do cheap versus expensive kitchen gadgets, maybe cakes, maybe, I don't know, sky's the limit. Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe more wine, actually. A whole wine video. I know you can't spend more than like and subscribe. All right, maybe I had too many glasses of wine, but let's try to flip this cake. 1, 2, 3. Hey!